Principals have evaluations also. This video is going to look at the website of eVAL and look at the principal view. What we're going to focus on is not teacher evaluations, but getting started on a principal evaluation. So here's the first step. Go to Options, make sure that you are not evaluating teachers, but you are preparing for your own evaluation here. Then click Done. From there, take those artifacts, those evidential pieces, those spreadsheets, the data you've organized, the charts and graphs that you've organized, the artifacts. You're going to now click on Artifacts. And if you have an artifact you've already worked with, you can edit that. I'm going to come back to that. But to add a new artifact, you go through this process. Click Add Artifact, give it a title, and then find the file if you're using documents that way. If you're using a website such as a Google Doc, which I highly recommend for this purpose. And then give it a web-friendly name. Is the difference here. This is the title of the artifact that you upload. This is the location of that website, and that location might be very, very long. This last piece here is the simple title that will replace this website URL with later. Click Done. Align this now, the next step. I've already gone through and attached my item. It's now time to align it to the rubric that's below. School district uses the 8 criterion for principals here. You would look at the area that you're trying to focus on and how it's going to help your staff, especially with C4 and C8, as many of you probably are doing. Once you've done that, as you're working your way down, it seems like the button to click Done should be here. Whoops, it's not. The Done button is way back up here. And you're only done with that section. And if you feel you need to, you can go back and edit any of these sections that you've just done. Next spot here is figuring out where can you add that brief summary. These are your words that will support your thinking here. All right? So spend some time to put that information there. When you are finished with this part, click the Share Artifact. Otherwise, your evaluator, even though you're the principal and evaluating many people, your evaluator will be unable to see this. So here's the difference. The first document going across, you can see how it's not finished because there's a blank here, and I didn't attach anything yet. There's a blank here that shows it's not connected to something. There's a blank here because I didn't align it to the rubric. So I need to go back and edit that. This one's got a nice title because of that simplified title I gave it there. It is shared with my evaluator. And it's not connected to an observation or anything because in this current sandbox model, I don't have an observation. And it's aligned to these 3 pieces, 4.1, 4.3 in criterion 4, and 8.2 in criterion 8. Now, I need to fix this one. So we've seen how to add starting a new artifact. What about one that you've already started that you haven't shared yet or haven't actually attached anything? So let's go to Edit. I'm going to go to adding that file. Choosing that local document, I'm going to go and see if I can't find the AWSP framework, which can be found online if you look up AWSP Leadership Framework. I attach that, wait ever so patiently. Here it is now. I'm going to give it a friendly name. I'm going to click Done with that section. I'm going to now connect it to the right places, totally making this part up. Then I'm going to, wait, I can't move on. Oh, that's right. The Done button is hidden at the top. And you're just done with the aligning, done with the attaching. Now you have one more piece down here to add your thinking. When you finish that, the last step, share. Your evaluator will not be able to see otherwise. So we've looked at how to add from scratch a new artifact that supports your work, as well as looking at editing that current documents that are already there as artifacts, the files you've already started. You know it's finished when going across the row. You can see the parts filled in connected with the columns. The last part is looking then back to, you can see in your other evidence that it's starting to line things up, as well as if you look to the dashboard and the coverage area here. You can see what areas you've begun to fulfill. A couple different ones in this C8 and a couple here in the C4. Nothing in C1, 2, 3, 5, 6, or 7.